let's try to understand in terms of the propagation delay. So this is the these are the propagation delay. So basically for a particular inverter. So when I'm saying I just represented like this, that if you will give a rising input, you're getting a falling output, and this 50% to 50%, this difference is basically the 1 nanosecond. So I can easily say like, okay, for an inverter, this is a TPHL, and the next scenario is if you will give the high to low, you will get a low to high, and this value is TPLH. So low to high, and that is a high to low. So this is a specification of inverter, and the same inverter you have connected back to back. So now what is going to happen if at A, if I will apply the falling, so you can, from this particular waveform you can see, like if you're applying falling after 1.5 nanosecond, you will get the rising edge. This is the 1.5. Now this X, this is a part of a X, this is going to be input as a next inverter. That means for this inverter you are applying low to high. That means low to high. That means after 1 nanosecond you will get high to low. So this is a propagation delay. I just directly map these two waveforms. Now if I will remove in between, like if I will remove this particular waveform, and if I will talk about A to B, and if I will ask you like, okay, I'm applying a signal at A, after how much time you will get respective signal at B, or what is the propagation delay overall between A and B. So this is the way. So you can see like what I did. These are two different propagation delay. I just added the total value. Now it is at 2.5 nanosecond, and then I will remove it. And now this is the input. This portion is at output. So what type of propagation delay it is? It is a TPLH or TPHL? It is basically TPHL. TPHL, because the output at a B, it is high to low. So between A and a B, if I will ask you like, okay, I need to know like what is the propagation delay, overall propagation delay. So the common mistake which we usually do is, in case of an inverter, so if I will give you this particular information, and if I will ask you like, okay, I need to know that the propagation delay of back to back these two inverter, then I came across like most of the student, they will give me an answer like, okay, it will take 2 nanosecond, or they will say it will take 3 nanosecond. What they will do, they will just add 1.5 two times, and they will say, okay, it's a 1 nanosecond, 2 nanosecond, or 3 nanosecond. And you can see like it's neither 1 nor 3 nanosecond. It's a 2.5 nanosecond, because it is first it is a 1.5 and then it is a 1 nanosecond. That's the reason. So if you're not clear here, let's see this particular example. So this is also a back-to-back, two inverters are connected. Now TPHL is 0.5 and TPLH is 0.75. So the question which usually people ask like, okay, what is the propagation delay? What is the TPLH for this particular system? So what is this system? This is basically a buffer. This is A and B. Now inside this buffer there are two inverters, and I know the TPLH and TPHL of these two inverters. Now I have to calculate the TPLH and TPHL of this particular buffer. So if that's the scenario, then in place of blindly adding TPHL two times or TPLH two times, or taking the average of TPHL plus TPLH and just then multiplying it with the 2, that's not the right approach. So let me just show you that how you should calculate it. The input of first inverter, if you will apply this particular waveform, the output of first inverter will be this, and you can say with respect to this, if your input you are applying a low to high, output you will get high to low. So that means this delay is with respect to the high to low. High to low is this HL, that means it's the 0.5 nanometer. So this is the 0.5 nanosecond. So this is basically 0.5 nanosecond. Similarly, this particular pulse is high to low. So though your output is low to high, that means you are talking about 0.75 nanosecond here. Now this is basically at output of first inverter. The output of first inverter is the input of the second inverter. That means now if I have to calculate the second waveform, the output of B, so you will see it will be something like this. Now again, just check it, like 50% of this and 50% of this, what will be the value? It is with respect to the low to high. So low to high is 0.75. So it is a 0.75, and the next one is high to low. So this is 0.5, it is a 0.5. Now overall, if I want to calculate, so overall just sum it, 0.5, 0.75, 0.75, 0.5, it is like this. And this particular value is basically TPHL, because output is high to low, and this particular value is considered as a TPLH because this is low to high. So for this particular buffer, the TPLH and the TPHL both are same. So later on, when we are going to discuss like the fixing different ways, it's very common, like in place of buffer, we replace a buffer with the two identical inverters. So this is one buffer, you can replace it with the two identical inverters. So this is one of the advantage. Like in this particular case, the TPLH and TPHL both are different. So that means that the time taken by signal from low to high and high to low, it is different. So that means here if you will give one input and you will get certain output at B, so that particular time gap is different in compared to the another waveform. In a clock, what happened, like so think in this way, you are propagating your clock like this, and it passes through certain buffer which has a different TPLH and TPHL. So what is going to happen? It will be something like this. So basically this particular gap, this 50%, 50%, this particular gap, let us suppose this is X, this is something like Y. So directly, indirectly, it is going to affect on the duty cycle of our signal of, or you can say duty cycle of the clock basically. So what is the duty cycle? Duty cycle is pulse width, the positive side. So here if I will say the positive side is, it is basically I'm talking about this particular portion, and I'm talking about this particular portion. So we are changing the pulse width basically here, and it can create a problem in our VLSI chip. In case of our signal, in case of a clock, it can create a problem. If we want to fix this particular problem, so in place of choosing a buffer which has a same TPLH and a TPHL, what we can do, we can use two inverters, and even though these two inverters have different TPLH and TPHL, at the end of the day, when you're going to connect these TPLH and TPHL, at the end of the day, you will get, for the buffer, you will get same TPLH and the same TPHL. Like our Facebook page, YouTube channel for more such updates. Thank you for watching. Be expert, buy expert. Best of luck.